know it should be strong, but how do you get there? Brent Bishop is here, our fitness expert. And we have a new fitness model on the show. Bryce Wild is going to join us.
Look at this specimen right here.
Right? I'm just
happened
happy
to
you're
be in
here.
studio.
So you're here. You guys know each other. You hang out. Actually, you're very competitive with each other, so I can't wait to see how this goes. Let's tell me why, to begin with, why is your core important?
Well, it's not just about the looks, it's not just about the six-pack, right? It's important for pelvic lumbar stability, stabilizing your spine, mitigating injury, and enhancing your posture as well.
That's right. So we should all actually, can we all do this right now?
Everybody sit up nice and tall,
Roll those shoulders back. I know it feels weird, but that's the way we're supposed to stand all the time, and it's really good to always be bracing, right? So you can do certain exercises to strengthen your core.
Yes, you can, but it's important for people to understand the inner core muscles are critical. These are the stabilization muscles. So if you imagine your core as a cylinder, you got the top of that cylinder, the bottom, and the circumference. Same thing with your core. You have your transverse abdominis, multifidus, your pelvic floor muscles, and your diaphragm. So they got to be working in sync. They have to be activating properly before you get into a lot of aggressive movements, like twisting movements, that sort of thing.
This is one of my weakest parts of my body. So
well, we'll find out today.
See what happens. I feature a two-pack. I feature a two-pack.
Listen, I think that you're actually pretty strong and healthy. I think a lot of people, when they think core, they think of the regular crunches and sit-ups. You're going to do things a little bit differently. So let's do exercise number 1 right now.
Okay.
Hollow rock.
Okay, Bryce, you're gonna get on your back.
Sounds scary.
All right. Oh, I think I know what's coming here.
So do a little flip this way.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, so the most important thing again is to draw that belly button towards the spine. Okay, so we want to make sure that transverse abdominis is activated first.
Okay.
You're gonna get your arms in line with your ears. Okay, you're gonna lift your legs up. Okay, lift your upper body up, and you're gonna get into a slow, steady rock without losing this. So back and forth. Doesn't matter how high you rock. It's like a boat in the water.
Right.
Just like a,
oh yeah, I
breathe,
feel that.
breathe, 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 breathe.
How can you breathe and do this?
This guy's rock solid. This guy's rock solid.
How long do you do that for?
You can modify it by bringing one knee in, of course. And if you have back issues, again, this is not something you should be getting into right away. Or both knees in, or even the arms in. So the less levers out, the less impact.
Okay, no, stop
It's a great exercise.
now. That's enough. Okay, really good. Try and do that for about a minute.
Well, if you can.
Work your way up.
Work
your way up to that.
That's a long time.
Okay, let's talk about the partial get up.
So the partial get up, you can actually stay exactly where you are. Okay, you're going to keep this knee up, right? Your opposite hand is going to be up in the air like this. So again, engage the core first. You can use your left hand a little bit to help with this. You're going to exhale, come up with a nice straight spine. Arm is by the ear, and then right back down again. So it's like sort of a gradual, slow movement, exhaling on the exertion as you come up.
So I've done that before with the kettlebells.
Exactly.
I guess when you get to a certain level, you can start adding some weight to that.
Turkish get up, and then you can get right up.
And then you can get right up. So you keep sort of modifying that based on where you're at.
This is a great starting point. So maybe 10 to 15 reps or 30 seconds aside, roughly.
You feel it, right, Bryce?
Oh yeah, like I said, in the weakest part of my body.
It's not just the motion; it's really focusing in on engaging, right?
Okay, so that is a very good point. You can do these exercises all day and all night. If you're not actually bracing your core, nothing's happening.
Well, listen, those large muscles take over, right? And they're compensating for the transverse abdominis, it's called, the TVA.
Right.
Now, what happens too is the moment your arm moves, or before your arm moves, actually 30 milliseconds, that muscle is supposed to activate in a healthy person. Before a leg moves, it's about 110 milliseconds. So it's sort of a precursor to movement, right?
Let's do the dumbbell or the kettlebell pull through.
Okay, this is one of my favorites. So let's lie arms there.
Arms here.
Yep, in a forearm plank position. So you can get right down on your forearms. So we have a weight to one side. Now, important here to get feet a little bit wider in shoulder width. Because you want to stabilize the spine. So the wider the feet, the more stable. Engage the core. You're going to take that arm, reach through, grab this guy here. Yep, pull it right across. Do the same thing. Arm goes back, opposite side. Good. So again, we're supposed to stay very still here. Bryce has got pretty good stability here.
Very good. So you don't want to be tipping the hips.
No tipping on the hips. And you don't want to lose that contraction.
See, what I love about these floor exercises, they're all you against gravity, and they're functional, and I'm sweating already. It's
good.
This is not easy.
It's the friction, right? Friction, as you pull that, it makes it a little more difficult.
Think about doing this in your living room, okay? So you're saying work your way up to 1 minute. You can do it. You don't even have to use a weight like a dumbbell. You can use whatever weights you have in your kitchen.
You can reach underneath without any weight, or you can use, again, as light of a weight as you like.
A book?
Yeah,
a book. Let's try the dynamic.
Now he's starting to sway a little bit. So that's why I get him to stop.
Or, you can stop now.
Give him a little reminder.
Let's do the dynamic oblique plank.
Okay, so you're lying on one side on your forearm with your feet here. Okay.
Okay. Oh, this way?
Yep. Let me move that.
Poor Bryce. Bryce, do you have more segments with us today?
I'm going back to makeup.
That's it, he's done.
Shoulders are in line, hips are in line, ankles are in line. Lift up as high as you can. Good. Engage that core so you're going to feel that lower side, the oblique.
Very good.
Arm up in the air.
You're like a board.
Okay. Lift higher, lift higher. Good. Now I want you to bring this leg off, bend the knee, and bring it towards the chest. Yeah, and then replace it back
I
down.
see.
Same thing again, but don't drop the hips. See right now, he's dropping a little bit. So this is where he's a little weaker, everybody.
Yeah.
Okay, B, bring it down.
I got to point out your weaknesses.
Bring it down for someone who has never, like,
Who's never done it?
Yeah, let's
so
start
bend
really
both knees, Bryce. You can do the exact same thing, but bend both knees, go onto your shin, or the side of your leg.
Okay.
Yep, and it'll still lift up, same position, okay? So now, this is a beginner stage of this exercise, okay? So he's engaging that core. If he wants to advance it a little bit, now bring this leg up. A little bit of hip abduction there, yeah. And this helps fire the glutes as well, which, by the way, are part of that whole core integrated system.
A lot of
don't
people
leave the
don't
glutes
think
out.
of that.
Yeah, it's everything.
It goes all the way down.
This is where I'm gonna start right here.
I agree with you, Bryce.
Do
arm
that.
wrestle, buddy.
Okay, so the thing that's going to help put all of this together is a cardio blowout. You're saying do this at the end of the circuit.
Yep.
And what does that involve?
Keeps the heart rate up, still involves the core and a lot of joint stability. So you're sweating.
I am.
You're sweating, right? You okay?
Yeah, good. It's hard.
All right,
it's
so
good.
he's in a hand plank position. Stack all the joints. Core is engaged, okay? On the toes, you're going to go in and out with the toes, okay?
Oh,
you can
just
start.
like
Oh,
this?
they're jacked.
And we're looking again. Hips don't really move.
Okay.
Yeah, there we go. So feel that core engaged the whole time. Keep that regular breathing, nice consistent breathing all the way
Nice.
through. See if you can last about a minute if you can.
Holy
if you
moly.
can, or
I'm
just
so
hold the
happy
position.
I didn't offer to do the fitness
Keep going,
segment
keep
with
going.
you.
I saw my first beat as
Don't give
well.
up. Keep going.
Try these at home and obviously work your way up to where Bryce is now or where Brent is one day.